Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. One of the great things about the early part of the season, high-profile non-conference games, and that's what we have for you on EA Sports College Football. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So USC's offense will start this game off with the football. This offense will be led by J.D. Mayaba. Last time out, a solid day and a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Mayaba. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Caught, it's Bowman. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. Both quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, the RD.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Jordan. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Long way to go on second down. From the gun. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bowman. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Finds a man in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where
Headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Running inside, it's Owens. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Out wide right, it's Horton. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Motion from the back. Reed. and he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Throwing Reed. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 2nd and long here. On the ground, it's Jordan. Breaks into the open. Spins away from 1. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Fires quickly. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Oh, pressure's coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They're going to field this one in tight quarters. No room to bring it back. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. From the gun, it's Owens. Got the 1st down. That gives him 54 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Making the adjustment. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Reed to throw. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They'll need a bunch on second down. On the option. That one's not even close. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Blasted as he lets it go. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Second down, going to throw it. Look out! Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Changing the routes with his receiver. They'll ride the hot hand. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Right side, it's Riley. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Edwards. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. He gets it inside the 25. They'll move the chains. It's a first down. Spot the ball at the 23. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Reed unloads to the wideout. Dangerous throw on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Reed. Escapes the pressure to his right. Hard running there. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul.
He was grabbed. Anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. Reed rushes on, and he avoids the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll toss it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Trojans use their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Makes the grab on third. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of running room. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And he makes the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, maybe a double pass. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Aggie. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, I caught up with the Aggies head coach at the half. His conversation with his team in the locker room was execute, execute, execute. He understands that here at home, sometimes the crowd is in it, sometimes they're not. He wants them to bring their own energy and to make sure they are executing on every play to start the third quarter.
Thanks, Holly.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on third down, Reed. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime, like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And the timing just a hair off. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Mayaba. They're all over it. And he gets it away.
Yeah, you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going long. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Sees an alley. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
He'll pull it down. Did the work himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. From the 30-yard line on first down. Got him on the RPO. There's some room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Running the red zone. It's Edwards. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They took it 68 yards on that drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Sells the run, looking to pass. Williams open on the right side. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that...
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, USC.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Quick give. It's Edwards. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Laterals it back. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Trojan sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Aggie. The defense putting points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. Left side is Bowman. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball.
Snags it, and there's running room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The run inside. It's Jordan. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Here comes the heat. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Drives inside. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down immediately.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On third and goal, they'll throw it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's dropped.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big, you've forced a third down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
Pulls and fired complete. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Throwing Reed. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Straight ahead, it's Morrow. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They need a huge play on third and long. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. looking for the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Armstrong. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
3rd and long coming up. Here's Reed to throw. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge... That might have knocked him out of field goal range. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. They'll start this drive from the 42.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Makes the grab. It's Mosley. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. How will they attack on 2nd and short? Out wide right, it's Danzy. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field goal unit on. Got to make sure I understand where that yard is to get to where they want to kick the field goal.
3rd down play from the gun. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play.